Jake lived a life of recklessness and carelessness. He was known for his wild parties, excessive drinking, and taking risks without considering the consequences. He lived for the moment, taking everything and everyone for granted. His friends admired his carefree attitude and his fearless nature, but deep down, they all knew that it was bound to catch up with him one day. One night, on his way back from a crazy party, Jake got into a serious car accident. His car, a shiny sports car that he had splurged on, was completely wrecked. He was rushed to the hospital and miraculously survived, but not without severe injuries. He had a broken leg, a fractured arm, and numerous cuts and bruises all over his body. As he lay on the hospital bed, he couldn't believe what had happened. He realized that he had been given a second chance at life. As Jake recovered in the hospital, his friends and family visited him, worried sick. But something had changed in Jake. He wasn't the same carefree and reckless person anymore. He couldn't shake off the fear and guilt of what could have happened to him that night. He started to realize the value of his life and how easily it could have been taken away. He also realized how much he had taken for granted, including his friends and family. Once he was released from the hospital, Jake began to make some major changes in his life. He quit his job at a high-paying but stressful company and started to pursue his passion for travel and photography. He also reconnected with his family and started to spend more time with them. They were surprised and happy to see this new side of Jake, but they also knew that something had happened to make him change his ways. As Jake continued to cherish every moment of his new life, he met a girl by the name of Sarah. She was different from the other girls he had been with in the past. She was kind, caring, and selfless. She taught Jake the importance of cherishing the people in your life and making the most out of every moment. Jake fell deeply in love with her, and they became inseparable. But just when everything seemed to be falling into place, Jake received news that would change everything. The doctors had discovered a hidden injury from the accident, and it was life-threatening. If he didn't get immediate treatment, he would not survive. Jake was devastated. He couldn't believe that after everything he had been through, he was being faced with another life-threatening situation. He realized that this was the ultimate test of whether he had truly changed. As he lay in the hospital bed, surrounded by his loved ones, he made a promise to himself and to Sarah that he would fight with everything he had. After months of intense treatment, Jake finally recovered. He emerged with a newfound appreciation for life and everyone in it. He proposed to Sarah, and they got married in a beautiful ceremony surrounded by their friends and family. Jake's life had completely turned around, and he knew that he had the accident to thank for it. From that day on, Jake lived his life with gratitude and purpose, cherishing every moment and never taking anything or anyone for granted again.